video game stats. Check them out. It's crazy. I'm not sure if Yager has enough points now, but because he played till he was 50 or whatever. But Gretzky had more assists than anyone that had points.
Yeah, I know.
That's ridiculous.
He said that, but the argument is what would Gretzky be like in a 16 league too? He didn't have all these guys that wouldn't even make the league. I mean, he'd still be great. Don't get me wrong here. He would probably still be the best player. But you can't even do that because you don't know. You're taking Gretzky's skill level and trying to figure out how it would translate when guys were a lot slower and things like that. Now, if Gretzky played in the 50s and 60s, he wouldn't be like he was.
How did we get away from my LT?
I have no idea.
I mean, this started out as Lawrence Taylor, greatest pass rusher of all time, and it's boiled down into who is better, Gretzky or Howe, right?
Yeah.
Ticket text 97136. It's Wayne Gretzky, not even close. Floyd Mayweather, Stoney, no one even competes with him.
That's a good one. For that weight class.
Yeah, but
That's a good one.
he successfully avoided a lot of the biggest fights.
And he
It
was-
would have given him the biggest challenge.
And he won a lot of fights rather than knock people out.
Exactly. Drew in Southfield, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. Hey, Drew.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Hey, we had an earlier caller talking about how Gordie Howe was a physical player. I think because Gretzky was a smaller guy and not a physical player, I think that adds to it. I read his autobiography when I was a kid, and I think he said in the Oilers days he was like 160. I don't know how tall he was, but because he was going up against big guys like, Joel Otto comes to mind, playing against some really physical players, I think that adds to it. I don't know what you guys think, but because he was a smaller player, he had to be a smarter player, and that adds to sort of his mystique, I guess.
Yeah, that's a valid point. You know, going up against Otto and Jim Pleplinski and those guys.
His softness does get held against him. He didn't have to play physical because he was such a good skater, nobody could touch him.
He never should have worn the turtleneck. The turtleneck really counted against
Oh, yeah,
him.
and his helmet doesn't help him at all. It was
Yeah.
one of those more curved ones.
Yeah.
How about Secretariat?
97.1 The Ticket.
Jamie and Stoney are giving away a pair of Red Wings tickets for every home game. Listen each week to Jamie and Stoney for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see your Detroit Red Wings. For tickets to all Detroit Red Wings home games, go to DetroitRedWings.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by MarkZ.com sports desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Quarterback Dak Prescott connects with running back Ezekiel Elliott on a 17-yard touchdown pass midway through the fourth quarter. That turns out to be the game-winning touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys as they defeat the Lions 35-27 yesterday at Ford Field. That lost the third in a row. Head coach Matt Patricia and the Lions.
They made a lot more plays than we did, and certainly, I'd say in all three phases, there's plays out there that we need to do a better job of. So, continually trying to improve this and get it better. I think the biggest thing for us right now that I'm continually talking about is the penalties and the penalty situation. It just continues to hurt us.
Other finals of note from the NFL on Sunday. The Los Angeles Rams beat Chicago 17-7. Minnesota comes from behind to knock off Denver 27-23. New England edges past Philadelphia 17-10. New Orleans doubles up on Tampa Bay 34-17. As expected, LSU still the number one team in college football. That's according to the latest set of AP rankings released yesterday. Number 2 this week is Ohio State. They're followed by Clemson, Georgia, and Alabama. Following their impressive win over the weekend against Michigan State, Michigan jumps up 2 spots this week from number 14 to number 12. Speaking of Alabama, as we were earlier, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will undergo surgery later today to repair his injured hip, a procedure that will sideline him for the remainder of the college football season. Sophomore Mac Jones will now take over as the Crimson Tide starting quarterback. Michigan State looks to extend its current winning streak to 3 as the third-ranked Spartans square off against Charleston Southern tonight at the Breslin Center. That game tips off at 6:30. Also in action tonight, Oakland University. The Golden Grizzlies will battle Hartford at the Arena. That game will get underway at 7. Last night, the University of Detroit Mercy lost on the road at Clemson, 87-65. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 The Ticket.
Good morning and welcome to the show. Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 17 won the ticket on a Monday. Hello, Stoney.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right.
What's wrong?
I just, I'm not.
You heard about Lamar Jackson's exploits once again, and you thought, why can't we have cool stuff here in Detroit?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh.
But, it's just, I'm glad Michigan won, being a Michigan fan, but West Bloomfield lost. Congratulations to Belleville and
West Bloomfield lost?
the Lions, the other team, the Eagles. Yeah, it was not a good day yesterday for me.
Oh.
But other than that, hey, it's getting a little warmer.
Yes, high of 41 today under mostly cloudy skies. So you can go out there and take the rest of your leaves down.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jamie, I said I wasn't going to get upset, so I'm really not upset. But here's what I am upset.
With the Lions?
I'm upset that apathy has taken over my soul on my Sundays. I just sit there and just
Stare glumly at the television or at the
I
field.
don't get upset at things that I normally would get upset at. It's just, and that's what sucks. That's what's upsetting. That you lose the passion before Thanksgiving for football again.
Yeah,
For
it's true.
Lion football again.
It's true.
That's the upsetting part to me.
It's upsetting that it's just such a repetitive cycle.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I was at the game yesterday, and after we did a little pregame show, and we got on the elevator to go up to the press box, and the elevators are the same ones that the fans used to go to, like suite levels at Ford Field. And these fans got on, and they recognized some of us. And they're like, "Oh, you're the people who are so hard on the Lions." And I looked at the guy and I said, "Do you watch the Lions? I mean, are you serious? Like, we've entered the phase of the season where we can no longer be accused of being too hard on the Lions.
No.
There's literally nothing you can say that's too hard on the Lions because for the umpteenth straight year, they've been eliminated from Super Bowl contention. Their defense is horrific. I mean, it's
You talking about historic defenses?
historic defenses. Dak Prescott, if you measure the amount of time he spent in the pocket, it's like the joke about the sundial, right? I mean, he just, the number of times either Dan Miller or Kevin Burkhardt yesterday on the broadcast said, Prescott looks. I mean, he just had so much time. And while I think he's a good quarterback, any quarterback in the league, including Jeff Driscoll, if you give him that much time, he's going to get guys open.
True.
Especially if you have good receivers like the Cowboys
Yeah,
have.
he's really good. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
He's good, but Stoney,
I know, you're right.
it was like watching, were the Lions playing like 10 Mississippi? I mean, is that how they were playing Rush the Passer? It was
Mississippi State for Dak
I mean, he
Prescott.
stood there, and he stood there,
I
and he
know.
stood there, and so
Even
guys
when-
are going to get open.
And even when they tried blitzes, they didn't work.
It worked a little bit, but not.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been an abject failure. And
The thing that's funny is that as a head coach,
yeah,
I actually think Matt Patricia has something going on. But as a defensive coach,
he's pathetic.
he's pathetic, or
Pasqualoni's-
Pasqualoni's pathetic. But I mean, I'm not going to blame Paul Pasqualoni for
No.
that. If the Lions had a great defense, they had a good defense at the end of the year last year. Patricia got all the credit for that.
Correct.
So if they're going to absolutely stink like they do this year, I'm not going to blame poor Paul Pasqualoni. Although, if for some reason Patricia comes back for year 3, I can't imagine Pasqualoni returns.
No, and Dove said, I think it was last week, if they gave up 3 drives over 50 yards, he should be fired.
To Trubisky.
Right. That's true. That's different. But four
Yeah.
drives.
That was last 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
the Bears, I mean, the Cowboys offense is
I
really
know.
one of the better offenses in the NFL, but nevertheless.
4 drives over 70.
You know what? I think I've got the most humbling thing to bring to the table today with this team. And we all got fooled by style points. We all made fun of the greatest loss in the history of mankind against the Chiefs.
Such a good loss.
Here's the number. Here's the bottom line in reality. They only have more wins than the Dolphins, the Redskins, and the Giants. That's this season, you guys. I don't care. You can take everything else away. Now there's 3-7 teams and they're 3-6-1. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is they're only better than
Yeah.
I mean, it's a joke.
But I kind of count that Chiefs loss as a win.
And look at who they
lose. They just need to lose out, okay?
Yeah.
They really, really
Choke
do.
for Chase.
And they will most likely get a top 5 for sure, maybe a top 3.
Yeah.
There's no point. That's what they are.
But knowing them, they'll find a way to win a few games down the
come on.
stretch here.
They'll go into FedEx Field. That stadium will be half empty. next week. It was
Yeah.
it was ridiculous yesterday, and they got blown out by the Jets.
Yeah.
Haskins will have his first good day in his career next week.
Yeah.
Because he'll have time to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Against the Lions. Then Trubisky got hurt last night, so Chase Daniel will come in and repeat Thanksgiving from last year.
Right.
But they have winnable.
Did Trubisky get hurt, or he just finally they kind of
No,
finally
they said it
waved
was
the
a
white
hit.
flag?
They said it was a hit.
Oh, please.
Whatever.
How convenient.
Yeah, but
See,
even the bottom of the barrel teams are playing decent. Atlanta looks all of a sudden they're looking good. I mean, and the Lions schedule. They got to play Tampa. They could beat. I mean, you talk about the sobering stat. Here's a sobering stat our good friend John Neo put in the paper today. Yesterday's loss guaranteed for the 22nd time in 24 seasons the Lions will have single-digit wins.
See, I don't even look at numbers. I just look at the repetitive, like I said, nature. In the Free Press today, Jeff Seidel wrote a column that essentially said, "Dear Mrs. Ford, either fix the Lions or sell the team."
I know.
So here we are in week 10, and we're already with the quote-unquote sell the team. I mean, come on. Well, and I like Jeff. Jeff's a good guy.
Right.
But we've been reading that same crap for 25, 30, 40 years. It's like, hey, Ford family, sell the team. Okay, all right.
But we haven't had the columnists come out and say that for a while about selling the team.
Everyone said it. Come
I
on.
know.
Everybody who's ever followed Heather has said sell the team at some point in time. Anybody who has ever had an ounce of Lions football in their blood has said at some point or another, sell the team.
But does she know, and does Rod Wood know, they're not getting better on defense? They aren't. They are not. Look at the Atlanta Falcons. Tony brings them up. They go on the road and beat two division opponents, giving up 12 points. The Saints and the Panthers, two potential playoff teams. One for sure, the Saints. They're fighting, man. They did something. They
I
did
actually
something
think
at their
this team
bye.
is fighting. The thing is, the Lions have led in every game they've played.
Right. The
And
team is trying.
And
There's
and that's why I said I feel like Patricia has kind of something going as a head coach, but as a defensive coach, it's a joke.
A buffoon and the smartest man in the room doesn't change scheme, and he's not. And he's an idiot for not doing it. And he thinks he knows more than everybody else. It's like Rieger was saying yesterday. Mr. Rocket Scientist refuses to change what he's doing defensively.
What's he supposed to do?
Blitz everybody. Bring the house, man.
He's
do
blitzing.
something.
He's blitzing more than he used to.
And it usually is working a little bit more.
The Cowboys had 509 yards of total
They
offense.
hardly blitzed though. They say they still hardly blitz.
I mean, I think it's too simple to say they hardly blitzed. I think they blitzed more than people realize. I mean, yeah, no, they're not bringing Darius Slay. They're not bringing Tracy Walker, so I guess they're not blitzing their safeties or their corners.
Yeah, but you still have the play yesterday where they rushed three, and it's just like you said, he's sitting back there like a sundial.
Yeah.
It's
So he's not sitting back there like a sundial. You can time it with a sundial. That's what the saying goes. I mean, it's tough to watch. It's embarrassing because they started off positively when the season started. Jeff Driscoll, again, I don't think he's really the problem.
No, it's not the quarterback. We can sit a bitch all we want about. Like I've done it. You've done it about not having a backup quarterback. They were bad with Stafford. They're bad with Driscoll.
Well, their
Defense is bad.
I think if Stafford were on the field the last 2 weeks, I think they'd be 1-1. Let's just put it that way. I think they probably would have beaten the Bears.
Okay.
And, I think he could have gone toe-to-toe with Dak yesterday. Maybe not, but Dallas's defense didn't look all that special yesterday.
No, they would have thrown the ball to Galladay.
Well, I think they tried to throw the ball to Galladay, but they just couldn't get it there. Yeah.
They would have tried different things. I mean, hey, come on, Bo Scarborough.
Hey, Bo Scarborough lost me 2 lunches.
I know.
Joe, I bet Gator and Karst that Bo Scarborough wouldn't have a carry in the NFL, and he had 14 carries for 55 yards.
And a touchdown.
And a touchdown.
He runs hard.
And a touchdown. Yeah, well, let's see what happens. Now I've got to double down on my bet.
It's just the same old crap. I mean, you want to fire Patricia? There's no defense either way. If you want to fire him, fine, fire him.
I think we should fire Quinn. I mean, if we're going to
if it's one or the other, it's Quinn.
Yeah, if we're going to focus on who to fire. But see, here's the thing, going back to like the whole Martha Ford thing and Rod Wood. The question is, when are they embarrassed? And I don't know. I mean, yesterday, and I know Dallas is America's team and they travel well and they have fans everywhere, but nevertheless, to be essentially, there have been games in our life as fans where, there were more Packer fans, it felt at times, in the Silverdome than there were Lions fans. And when they went out to San Francisco and got embarrassed by Mike Martz and J.T. O'Sullivan, both former Lions, that was the end of it for Miller. They just couldn't handle the embarrassment anymore. So I guess the question is, how embarrassed is Mrs. Ford? And and the Ford family and Rod Wood by what's going on now. If they're not embarrassed, like if they go to D.C. on Sunday and for some reason get blown off the field by Dwayne Haskins, to me that's embarrassing. But then again, I think what happened yesterday to some extent, where the entire stadium is chanting defense and here we go Cowboys, here we go, and Coop for whenever Cooper catches the ball. I think that's embarrassing. I think that should be embarrassing to ownership, but I don't know that it is.
I know the only time they've ever made a change when it was really embarrassing was back in the late 80s when the Silverdome was half empty and they finally fired Darryl Rogers after he basically begged to be fired.
Right. Well, the stadium wasn't half empty thanks to Cowboy fans.
I understand
but it would have been half empty, and I don't think it'll be half empty on Thanksgiving because it's a great tradition. But beyond that, if they lose to the Redskins and they lose to the Bears, every game from that point on should be half empty.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Exactly.
It should be like crack, the guys wearing the Lions hats, and that's it.
I mean, the Green Bay game, they'll have Packer fans there, and then the other home game, I think, is Tampa. Nobody should.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
They have to understand and realize they're not any better than they were September 8th. They're not.
Well, I think what's really concerning is they're not any better, or they're perhaps worse than they were when Patricia was hired and when Quinn was hired. I mean, we can go through who would win a game between those teams and these teams. You know, I mean, I don't know.
Be a tie.
9-7, 9-7, 6-10, 3-6-1. Matt Patricia's 9-16-1 as a head coach.
Right. Just look at the bottom line,
Yeah.
ownership and Rod Wood.
There's
The
no
bottom
defending
line is
it.
the bottom line. This is a win-loss league.
All right, Heather, you got news coming up next?
I
Yes?
sure do, of course. And two chemistry teachers in Arkansas are being compared to Walter White and Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, yes, science. 97.1 The Ticket. Let me talk about my friend David Hall from Hall Financial. He wants to help you get through the mortgage process. He wants to help you get through the home buying process, and he wants you to know that here we are, almost to December, snow's on the ground. There's never been a better time to buy a new home. That's right, I know that goes against conventional wisdom, but with fewer people shopping for homes in the winter months, it's a great time to find a bargain for you. See, it's this expert insight that David Hall brings you, and he can walk you through the mortgage process, find you the best rate, find you a monthly payment that fits your budget, even find you a realtor to help you find that house you're looking for. Call David Hall today, 248-308-5000. He's got nearly 1,000 five-star reviews in just a short time in the business there at Hall Financial, so that tells you how good the customer service is. David Hall's been doing this for years and years and years, but he put together Hall Financial because he wanted a smaller mortgage company to give you the best service and the service you deserve. So call him today, 248-308-5000. That's 248-308-5000, or learn more online at davidhallmortgage.com.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Big B Coffee. We have a chilly Monday morning and just one trouble spot in our drive. It's I-75, the entrance ramp from 7 Mile. There's a crash blocking that on-ramp. Also watch for some construction north and southbound 75 from Schaefer to Clark Street. Right lane will be closed for construction this morning, 7 a.m. to around 11 a.m. Don't get the Monday blues. Head into your locally owned and operated Big B Coffee for $1 Coffee Mondays. Any size hot brewed coffee, just $1. Start your week off the right way with a $1 coffee at participating Southeast Michigan Big B Coffee locations. This is Catherine Leslie in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
Are you looking for fast, reliable internet that can also help you save? Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. To see contest rules for 97.1 The Ticket contests, go to 97.1theticket.com and click on the Contests tab.
Hi, Ken Kell here for Bill Brown Ford. In hockey, the object is to get the most goals for the win. But at Bill Brown Ford in Livonia, they have only one goal in mind: to get you in the car, truck, or SUV of your dreams at a great price and terrific customer experience. The team at Bill Brown Ford does that every day. From sales to service, the goal is to make you a lifelong customer. So whether you buy or lease, go see Matt Garco and his team at Bill Brown Ford in Livonia and BillBrownFord.com. Who's your Ford dealer?
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests That's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
The Detroit Lions needed more than a copier and printer company. Applied Imaging customer Dan Lentz, Lions Executive Director of Corporate Partnerships.
You know, we were looking for a business solutions company, and that's what we found.
How has Applied Imaging helped the team's business side?
People are happier with the equipment that we've got, the solution side, and it's more so, and I'm sure you hear this quite a bit, but it's the people that are behind it, and it's the service that's associated with it.
The overall benefit of the Applied Imaging Detroit Lions relationship?
It's the ability to know that we have a partner that we're going to be able to grow and be successful with together, bottom line. The personal relationship, the enthusiasm behind it, the service, and the dependability, I can't stress it enough.
Applied Imaging, the official office technology partner to the Detroit Lions. Managed network support, document management solutions, the full range of printers and multifunction products, document destruction services. Call Applied Imaging today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedimaging.com.
Tired from a busy weekend? Ready for a quiet night at home? We've got you covered. Just sink into your favorite chair and turn on CBS. First, it's 2 neighbors, 1 bowling tournament, and the stakes have never been higher.
This is exciting. Like I'm at the NBA Finals with LeBron. Not because you're black, because you're good.
And I'm with Weird Al. Not because you're white, because you're weird.
Cedric the Entertainer and Max Greenfield in an all-new neighborhood. Next, get a sock salesman from Detroit. Find love with a Nigerian nurse.
Yes, sweet. And sometimes you're funny.
Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes. Don't push it.
A new Bob Hearts Abishola. And settle in for 2 hours in the courtroom, starting with the new drama All Rise.
I'm the judge, and you crossed the line.
Followed by Michael Weatherly in a new Bullet. It's the kind of night you need. Tonight, beginning at 8/7 Central on CBS.
Tonight, starting at 8 on CBS 62 Detroit. Then stay tuned for First Forecast at 11. What's in store this holiday at your local Staples?
Decking the halls with custom cards and invitations.
Staples makes connecting with clients and loved ones easy. With hundreds of holiday templates you can customize and call your own.
And right now, get 20% off select custom cards and invitations. Some can even be printed same day.
So, deck the halls faster and for less this year at Staples.
Where there's a whole lot in store this holiday.
Ends 12/28/19, limit 1. Visit staples.com/holiday cards or store for details.
Thursday night, 7 till 9, 97.1 The Ticket Street Team will be at Big League Brews on Ecorse Road in Taylor. You could win tickets to see the Detroit Lions from the Miller Lite Tap Room at Ford Field. There's a ton of tickets to win. Get more at 971theticket.com.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
The station with the most important guest is you.
Dallas 35, Detroit 27. That was the final. The night game last night goes to the Rams in a snoozer. 17-7 over the Bears. Michigan State basketball plays tonight against Charleston at the Breslin Center. Mostly cloudy today, high of 41 degrees. It is time for news with Heather Park. What's up, Heather?
Good Monday morning, everyone.
Indeed.
It feels like a Monday.
Yes, it does.
Today really does feel like a Monday.
I would not disagree with that assessment.
What did you do? Did you do anything exciting this weekend?
I did a lot of skiing. Went to Pine Knob.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
We got the passes. It's literally in our back. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
We live so close now, and we are taking a trip out west, and some people that are going with us don't really know how to ski or snowboard, so we were using it as an opportunity to teach a little bit.
So you were there Saturday and Sunday?
I was only there Sunday.
Sunday. And what was the crowd like?
It was great. You get there early in the morning, there's no one there. The snow
cheering
actually
Watch
feels
Cowboys.
pretty darn good. It's not icy like I used to remember it being.
Yeah.
It's actually decent, and we were out of there, by 3.
Well, you were there last weekend before it snowed.
Yes.
Now this is actually real snow on top of the fake stuff, right?
This is more fake snow on top of the real snow.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, but everything is open, so It's much better than the first opening weekend.
Good.
Yeah. You guys, firearm deer hunting season is officially underway here in Michigan.
That's right.
And one hunter in Ionia County is recovering after he was mistaken for a deer and shot by his brother. Oof, not a good way to start.
How was he mistaken for a deer?
So the pair had been out hunting together, obviously, on Saturday, and they started to search for a deer that one brother had shot earlier. They were trying to find the deer, and they couldn't find it. They were just about to give up the search, and that's when they got separated. So they were no longer together. So one brother saw movement, thought it was the deer, shot, only to realize it was his brother he just shot, not the deer. Obviously, he realized right away. He got out of the phone, called 911. The brother was airlifted out of the field and is expected to be okay. And obviously, there is an investigation, but
Yeah.
both brothers are cooperating. It seems like it was just a big misunderstanding.
This is a stupid question from somebody who's never hunted. When you're calling 911 in basically the wilderness, how do you tell? I guess they can tell where you are by your phone, but I mean,
I guess you have to tell them maybe, I don't know, I've never hunted either. You tell them the crossroads or where the deer blind was as close as you can. And they did send a helicopter, so I'm sure they were able to locate them from up above.
You know, I mean, again, and this is coming from someone who's also never hunted, so it sounds really stupid, but I would think one of the first rules of hunting is don't shoot right away. Make sure you know, I mean, because if you're just all of a sudden firing off at the moment's notice, then you do run the risk of either hitting somebody you're hunting with or another hunter altogether. If you just see movement, you can't be firing right away, can you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I've never done it. You guys, a man was stabbed over the weekend by a masked attacker while he was trying to use an ATM in Washington Township. So this happened right at 26 Mile and Van Dyke, and apparently the victim was attempting to, obviously, withdraw some money from this ATM when he was approached by this guy wearing a black face mask. The two got into an argument over something, and that's when the guy in the mask attacked the suspect and stabbed him and then ran off.
So I'm guessing what they got in the argument over was the guy said,
Give me your money.
Give me your money, withdraw X number of dollars from your account. The guy said the guy wouldn't do it.
Right.
You know.
The guy is expected to be okay, which is the good news, and obviously now there is an investigation underway.
maybe it was the masked singer.
Maybe he was singing as he attacked him.
He came up as a mugger instead of
Guess
as a.
who I am? I'll sing you a jingle.
The mugger was basically the mugger was like a penguin.
Yeah.
If you get it right, you're free. If you don't,
that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, that was the argument. Ariana Grande had to cancel her Kentucky stop of her Sweetener World Tour.
Sweetener?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the tour?
Yes, it is. Because apparently she's very sick.
Oh.
Which is not good news. She jumped on social media earlier over the weekend to let her fans know that she had been under the weather for a while. She said that her throat and her head were in so much pain. And then she continued to update all her fans on her condition. She posted some photos of herself using, I guess, some humidifier and some of her friends around her and while she was laying in bed. I don't know. Anyway, which sounds really strange, but she let everyone know she was still really sick. And then eventually she did end up canceling the entire concert altogether because of her illness.
But not like a whole leg of a concert.
No, just the Kentucky stop. So one part of it. Hopefully so far. I mean, unless it doesn't get any better. It sounds like she's been performing while she's been under the weather for a little while. So she needs a break.
She needs a break. She's fighting something.
Yeah.
It's the cold and flu season.
It really is.
You know?
It really is.
Gotta be smart.
It's one thing to go to a sporting event and the guy plays hurt and is, still okay. But when you go to see a performer and they can't sing,
And
during the next Sunday service. So 2 chemistry professors from Arkansas are accused of running a Breaking Bad style meth lab.
They gotta be smart guys.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
definitely smart guys, but they might not have seen the show because they didn't take their lab out in, an RV. They did it right there, supposedly in the university lab. And they were caught. They have been arrested, and they are facing charges of manufacturing meth and using drug paraphernalia.
What college was this at?
This was at Henderson State University in Arkansas. And they didn't say for sure it was a science lab, but the science lab there was actually shut down, I guess, last month because of this undetermined chemical odor. And then...
It was crystal meth. Interesting.
Exactly.
Did they make it really pure so it was blue?
It was the purest of pure. Yeah. Very, very, very
Wow, they must have been really good at it.
They were probably making a lot of, money on the side, and
This is probably going to be pretty simplistic, but don't you think if you were a science teacher or an expert in chemistry, you would watch Breaking Bad and at least the wheels would turn in your mind a little bit?
you're like,
It's like when we working in sports, and then I look at gambling and I'm like, I could, maybe make some money gambling.
You're 5-0 this week. I mean, come on.
I didn't bring that up to mention my 5-0.
No, I know you 5-0. You didn't mention it. You didn't bring it up. I did.
But you think, maybe I could. It's just so stupid and short-sighted. But I can see somebody watching that TV show and going,
got the equipment.
I got
right there at the university lab.
Just mixing up some
Got a partner.
Got a few beakers. Why not?
Didn't work out very well for them.
No.
And finally, you guys, if you missed it, James Holzhauer was able to fend off Emma Betcher, and he won the Tournament of Champions.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't see it. I was at an event, and I went to see it, and my friends who were on the East Coast, I said, you can text it now, because I can't see it.
Yes, apparently it was a good run. She did have the chance. She could have. If he would have gotten Final Jeopardy wrong, she could have overtaken him. But he, of course, got it right and was the winner.
If I'm not mistaken, in the 3 times that they competed against each other, she ended up with more money than him.
Oh, really?
Wow. First time.
Interesting. So did he donate the money just like that to pancreatic cancer research or
I would
something
have
like that?
thought he would. No, he did not. No. Give it all back.
It's all for you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, 6:30 on 97.1 The Ticket. Coming up next, we'll go back to the Lions and the Cowboys. But first, this from
Oh, yes, I want to tell you about Quip. Quip, makers of the Quip electric toothbrush, want you to know the one single discovery that matters most for your dental care. It's simply this. If you have good habits, you're good. That means brushing for 2 minutes twice a day and flossing regularly, no matter what brand you use. But Quip makes that simple, starting with an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste. I've been using Quip's electric toothbrush for a while, and I'm totally loving it. It's got this sensitive sonic vibration with a built-in timer and 30-second pulses to guide a full and even clean. Plus, what I love about it is that it's really easy to use. You don't have to plug it in. There's no charging. It actually comes with this little case you can stick right on the mirror. It's easy to use. And their floss dispenser comes with pre-marked string to help you use just enough. Plus, Quip delivers a fresh brush head, floss, and toothpaste refills to your door every 3 months with free shipping. So your routine is always right. Join over 3 million healthy mouths and get Quip today starting at $25. And if you go to getquip.com/2019 right now, you'll get your first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/2019. Quip, the Good Habits Company.
Open an account today at Community Financial. Apply for an auto loan or mortgage, or sign up for any of our other financial services to help you reach your financial goals. Sammy, General Sales Manager here on behalf of Crest Ford. If you're a busy person like myself, you need the quickest possible way to get a price quote on your next vehicle. What normally takes hours to get a quote will now only take you seconds. All you have to do is pick your vehicle and configure your own price and payment. Once you've done that, our experts will take care of the rest. It's that seamless. We want to make your next car purchase an easy one. And remember, want the best quote? Get a Crest quote. With 2 great locations in Centerline and Flat Rock, visit us online at crestford.com. That's crestford.com.
There's nothing like meeting face to face, and there's nothing like advisor who can help you find just the right tech. That's 877-BUY-DELL or visit Dell.com/SP Black Friday. The holiday season is here, and it's time for our best offer of the year during the Ford Black Friday event. Now, for a limited time, get 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. You're ready, and so are we. Start the season off right, and don't wait to enjoy our best deal of the season. That is 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. The Ford Black Friday event ends soon, so hurry in today. Eligible on select 2019 model year vehicles. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to the sale date. Estimated savings include an average dealer discount based on a sales survey of average discounts offered by Ford dealers nationally. Discount may vary. Dealer determines price. For all offers, take limited delivery from authorized Ford dealer stock by December 2nd, 2019. See participating dealer for complete details.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Michael Furrow of National Benefit Plans. Affordable life insurance, log on to nbhealth.com.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere. Brought to you by the LaFontaine Automotive Group, the family deal.
It's Kevin Burkhardt yesterday on Fox as the Cowboys beat the Lions by a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Final score 35-27. Lions now 3-6-1. They will go to Washington on Sunday, take on the Redskins before coming back here for the Thanksgiving Day game against the Chicago Bears.
Two big winnable games, Jamie.
That's right. To move them up to 5-6-0. And it puts us right back where we've always been, which is talking about the Lions in the past tense, and trying to figure out why we got here once again and what we're going to change. And, there's part of me, and I understand completely the criticism of Matt Patricia and the criticism of Mike Quinn. And I think it's completely justified. If anything, I think there should be more heat on Quinn than on Patricia. Because he's had 4 years. Patricia's had 2, although I do think 1.5. Although I do think Matt Patricia has a lot to say about what's on the roster.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a lot that's kind of system they're running defensively because it's not working. So there's something different.
Right, I understand that. But you get to a certain point where you have personnel to play a certain way, and maybe you don't have the ability. I mean, you're right. It's anything you want to throw in that direction, I think is fair game. I don't think there's any claim that you can say, oh, that's not fair, because the bottom line is the bottom line, and that is Matt Patricia's 9-16-1 as a head coach, coming off back-to-back Jim Caldwell seasons that were 9-7, 9-7.
What do you think the best thing Matt Patricia's done as a head coach?
That's a hard question to answer because we don't know what goes on inside the locker room.
Correct. We don't know who makes decisions, but right now to me, that's it. That's the answer. The offense, they don't say it's great or anything like that because they still have problems running the ball. Because the offensive line, the scheme they run with the offensive line, the actual players on the offensive line doesn't win. But the fact that they can function admirably with Jeff Driscoll, quarterback, says something that Evan Hall does not.
Right, and the fact that the offense has been able to sustain pretty significant injuries. When you talk about Kerryon Johnson, obviously Wagner didn't play. You know, Ragnar went down yesterday. Stafford is the biggest, and yet they still are able to move the ball, contend, stay in games. I mean, if you watch the game yesterday on Fox, and it was Charles Davis, and like I mentioned, Kevin Burkhardt, they were making the point, look, this team has been in every game we've played. The fight is there. It's the finish that's the problem. I mean, if the Lions had, Bruce Suter or Mariano Rivera, they'd be a hell of a lot better than 3-6-1 right
But if somebody, a friend of mine made the analogy, because I said the same thing, at least under Patricia, they don't give up, they don't get, what we used to call I-75 eyes. Oh, wow, big deal. It's like congratulating my 8-year-old because I flushed the toilet.
Yeah, that's not, you're right.
It's, that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what they're paid to do.
Yeah. Well, but maybe it's because we haven't seen it before that's encouraging.
Yeah.
But that's part of the thing. It's like, I understand the the feeling is, let's just clean house, start over. And yet, there's part of me that just thinks, you know what?
I don't trust they're going to have the right people again.
Well, for sure, yeah. It's like, well, I would be in favor of making a change at general manager. I do. There's part of me that wants to keep Patricia around for a while, just because if we're going to go based on the Patriot theory, and I know he's not Bill Belichick, but Belichick obviously failed before he succeeded. He failed in Cleveland, although he did make the playoffs one year. Went to New England. He didn't succeed right away in New England. And then the Brady thing happened, and now he's the greatest coach in the history of professional sports, or at least in the history of the NFL. Rather than firing Patricia after 2 years, just starting over with another system, another guy. I mean, that maybe was the coach of the year last year in the NFL. He's probably going to get fired after this year. Sean McVay was so successful in LA that every team tried to hire the next Sean McVay, and now it looks like the Rams aren't going to make the playoffs. I mean, it's Zach Taylor hasn't won a game yet, so that's not to say you should keep Patricia just because your odds are you're not going to find something better.
So when he was Patricia was the defensive coordinator, he seemed to play the same style defense that the Lions are trying now.
Now he plays more man-to-man.
Okay, it's right. It's worked a little bit in New England, but in the Super Bowl they got a little like a Christmas tree comes here, they do the same thing. Their defense is got like a Christmas tree. Belichick's not playing that same defense right now. I mean, their defense, they don't blitz all the time, but they pressure, they do all sorts of things. He's got to adapt like Belichick has learned to adapt. And right now we're not seeing, especially the defensive side of the ball, it's not being really, or at least us as far as I can't see a whole lot of change.
The bottom line is they're not stopping anybody, and so you would think, okay, let's do something to stop. Whatever formula we're using right now, if you're the coach and you're a defensive-minded coach, you think you would change it. Now we can sit here and simplify it and say, well, let's argue Belichick has better players defensively. True. Maybe we just, everyone talks, people like saying the myth of Quinn or whatever. Maybe it was the myth of Snacks. Maybe he brought in Snacks Harrison. The defensive line got much better, it seemed, with the addition of Snacks Harrison. Maybe Snacks ain't all that.
Well, but don't forget they couldn't stop them. Right? They couldn't stop the run last year. This year they had a hard time, and lately they've done better. I mean, I think only had 220 yards a carry yesterday, something like that. So they have.
This is if they sold out to stop the run.
Right.
And let Dak Prescott beat us, and Dak Prescott beat him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. And who knows what's going to happen the rest of the way, because the teams they're playing, is Adrian Peterson going to light them up for 175 yards next week? Or are they going to pick their poison between Peterson and Adams?
But the thing about Belichick is, he's been there long enough now that he's got so many different examples. But he's won plenty of times where the defense wasn't that good. Where it was all about Tom Brady and Randy Moss, Gronk, and the offense and everything. And now this year, where Brady really is looking his age.
He's had 3 games where he hasn't thrown a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday's the first time in his career that somebody else on his team had more touchdown passes than he did. Edelman.
Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
But their defense is historic. I mean, the defense is outstanding, and so they're 9-1, and you just know Brady will find a way to get a couple of key passes in there in the playoffs, and if it's not Baltimore, it'll probably be New England right back in the Super Bowl. So, again, my argument has no bearing whatsoever. It has no leg to stand on, which is give Patricia more time, because why would you just start over? Because if you just stick with the same thing and it's not successful, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But I mean, it's what the Lions have always done, so maybe they should do something different and stick with the guy for a while and see if he can work himself out, work himself into a good coach. I don't know.
Harbaugh got like 4 years in the Schwartz, right? Schwartz got 3.
No, Schwartz got 5.
5, okay, so.
Yeah, right?
Schwartz
He made the playoffs in his 3rd year, and he got 2 more years after that.
Yeah, well, Schwartz took over a completely different situation.
Right. And Harbaugh made the playoffs twice.
If their defense was just average, they would have 3 or 4 more.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, to me, the startling thing is that it's not getting any better.
But do you think the personnel's there?
I actually...
Like, do you think Patricia just forgot how to coach? Do you think he's that much of a doofus?
I think they have the defense talent enough to be average in this league. I really do.
And they're just being poorly coached.
I think he's being very stubborn.
God,
I think Stoney's very accurate in the late years in New England, where they did give up a lot of yards, and that just seems to be his ammo. We'll give up the yards.
So stupid.
I do too. He's got to
adapt.
Yeah, it's almost like remember the 95 season when the Lions got hot? They changed some things that they were doing internally in that season, and it opened up the offense. And they need to. They can't keep doing the same thing. They can't. They seem like they're doing the same thing.
Why? I mean, but think about this logically, okay? Because I know the perception out there. Oh, he's the smartest guy in the room, right? Well, if he's the smartest guy in the room, and he has a history of working for the greatest defensive coach that we've seen, maybe ever in the history of the game, and he's coached some of the greatest defenses we've ever seen in the history of the game, and he's a competitive SOB, which I think we can all agree he is a competitive SOB, and he works at it. It's not like he's putting up his feet and thinking this will all work itself out. He is a bit of a grinder based on everything we've heard about him. Then why wouldn't he change?
Because stubbornness is a tough thing for some people.
Yeah, it's the people of Michigan State.
And he talks down to the media at times. And I don't get into media games very
I
often.
don't really care about that.
But you know what? I would like to see you own your 9-16-1 record.
Well,
at some point. Don't act like you're getting better. You're not. He talks yesterday like you're getting better. They're not. 509 yards isn't better.
I didn't hear him say anything yesterday that made me think he thinks they're getting better. What did he say?
He did not directly say that.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing. He says that they're making some improvements and talks about how they, plan to stop Zeke. Well, what's it matter when you just got Prescott sitting back there and just, okay, let me look around and see who I want to throw the ball to.
I'm just saying logically. Okay, I'm trying to look at this logically. Why wouldn't, again, we don't know exactly what goes on. I don't know what the play calling's like. I don't know what the scheme is. I just see the results like you do, and yes, it does not look like they're blitzing as much, but I just don't.
You're looking at it too common sense wise. Some people.
I think he's got common sense. You don't think Patricia's got common sense?
I don't know if he's using it coaching.
Yeah.
I think he has it, but I don't know if he's using it in his coaching. I think he just thinks he can. This is the way they want to play, and he refuses to change.
I don't know. That makes no sense, and I think he's a smart person.
Right, and that's why we need to see
change
within this season. If it doesn't change, if they did, they.
Did you watch the game?
Their philosophy is kind of insane.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, the entire thing.
So they go down to the sideline with Pam Oliver, and they say, "Oh, Pam Oliver," and she goes, "I talked to Matt Patricia coming back on the field after halftime. He said they noticed some things in the first half, and they're going to they think they figure some stuff out here in the second half." I didn't see anything.
It didn't work.
What they do?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they changed some alignments. They probably need some substitute. And then, Tracy Walker got hurt. I mean, whatever.
I know that they're blitzing here a little more, but just schematically, their game plan defensively is insane. They're doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, and it's not happening.
All right, it's time for a sports. No, that's coming up about 13 minutes. We'll take more of your phone calls coming up next, but right now it's time for Heather. What's up, Heather?
Hey, you guys, don't miss the huge Black Friday sales event at Todd Wenzel Buick GMC. Now through the end of the month, you can get sign and drive lease specials with 0 down and only your first month payment due at signing. You can take advantage of some incredible lease deals going on right now at Todd Wenzel Buick GMC in Westland, where you can lease a beautiful GMC Acadia for only $289 a month. Or if a truck is more your speed, you can lease a GMC Sierra for only $259 a month. Sign and drive with only your first payment due at signing. See dealer for details. Or if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, you can shop nearly 5,000 pre-owned vehicles, including over 100 certified vehicles in stock at Todd Wenzel Buick GMC. Starting at just $5,000, you'll find an SUV, sedan, or truck that fits your budget. Go and see the fantastic team at Todd Wenzel Buick GMC today. They are conveniently located at the corner of Ford and Wayne Road in Westland, or you can shop their inventory online 24/7 at ToddWenzelWestland.com. That's ToddWenzelWestland.com. Todd Wenzel Buick GMC is open this Saturday for sales from 10 to 3 and for service from 9 to 2. We are professional grade.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report sponsored by Adam. We have reports of an accident coming in along 94 eastbound near the Lodge. Traffic starting to slow in that area. Looks like we are also seeing the traffic volumes picking up on 96 eastbound between Kensington and Wixom. Otherwise, we are moving along well on our area freeways. If you're a man facing divorce or custody issues, you need the attorneys at Adam, expertly protecting men's rights for over 25 years. Call 248-356-80AM. This is Catherine Leslie in the WWJ 24-Hour Traffic Center.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS
Winston and Chicago's Mitch Trubisky don't share the inexperience and growing pains excuses that Haskins supporters can use. The normally exceptional Deshaun Watson and Super Bowl 52 MVP Nick Foles both fell flat. Watson took his lumps in Baltimore, while Foles, returning from injury, was rusty as Jacksonville suffered its worst loss of the Doug Marrone era. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Do you love football? Do you live for Monday nights? Then you better get with the program and get down to Hooters every week to catch the game and play Monday Night Moneyball. You're just a few questions away from a chance at cash prizes and Hooters freebies. You love wings, you love ice cold beer, and who doesn't love the world famous Hooters girls? Head to Hooters to cheer, eat, and go for all the bread when you play Hooters Monday Night Moneyball. Check out HootersMoneyball.com to learn more right now.
Hi, my name's Christina Stumble, and I own Farm Girl Flowers in San Francisco. With my Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchases. Last year, I redeemed $115,000 in cash back. Yeah, $115,000. And that doubled our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real Capital One customers pay for real stories. Credit approval required. So you finally did it. Retired. Congratulations. Life is full of goals. Good thing there's a full-service bank that can help you with your more complex financial journey. From retirement planning to online budgeting.